Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, if you like ramping, drawing tons of cards, having huge creatures, as well as taking many turns in a row, you're going to want to check out this Simic deck. But before we get into that, I do want to remind you when we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to be giving away all kinds of fun stuff. So please check the description down below to find out all the details, rate, review, and smash that subscribe button. It's completely free, but it means the world to us. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for being a member of the Brew Crew. Would you please also check down below for our Discord, our Twitter, and possibly sharing this on our social media. So what we've got for you today is a Simic Midrange deck. You might have seen it on Twitter or on YouTube. You might have even played against it already. But our version has one thing big different than the rest does, and that is we are not going with the snow package. So they're all going with the snow package for the Faceless Haven, and that's the only reason they're playing the snow. I don't want to get hit with a Redain. I know it sounds kind of, who cares, one little Redain, it only slows you down a turn, but there's another reason I don't want to be on snow, and I'd rather have these Crawling Barrens, and that's because we ramp so hard. Crawling Barrens gets much bigger than a Faceless Haven ever can, and therefore we can get through much bigger creatures than the snow version can. Other than that, it's pretty much the same package as what a lot of people have been playing. We have our early game ramp cards, which are 4 copies of Neverwinter Dryad. This card is so much better than people gave it credit for out the gate. I think it's so amazing. It's 1 green for a 1/1 creature, and then you can sacrifice it and search your library for a basic forest card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. So if I get that on turn 1, if I don't have Prosperous Innkeeper in my hand, turn 2, I'm throwing another land, I'm passing. You can attack with this because you don't have to tap, and it just helps the ramping begin. You can actually get to 5 mana on turn 3 and have a Cultivator on the board with this deck, so it's really nice. We have 4 copies of Prosperous Innkeeper. Once again, just a little bit of ramp with that treasure, as well as, gaining a little bit of life, and that's important with all these decks coming at you super fast right now. 2 copies of Eureka Moment. We can cast this so early in the game, I still consider it ramp, even though it's kind of a draw card. And then lastly, 4 copies of good old Quandrix Cultivator. This is just hard for a lot of decks to get by. A 3/4 that also can trade with Faceless Havens, which is fine because this deck is kind of a mid-range deck, kind of a control deck, kind of a tempo deck. It's got a lot going on, so we'll trade with that all day long. Then next we have our Disruption package. We have 2 Into the Royals, just in case our opponent gets something on the board we just can't deal with, plus we are able to draw a card late game. 2 copies of Girardi's Disruption. That is probably going to end up land, but early game, it never hurts to have a counter spell. And 4 copies of Divide by Zero. Not only is this a great counter spell, a tempo counter spell, not a true one, but it also can bounce things on the board and just really mess with your opponent, especially if they have a creature that's putting a bunch of counters on it. You bounce it back, they got to start over. But it also gets us into this sideboard. Speaking of which, we will get into that in just a moment. Then we have our big creature package. They're not rampers, but they do finish the game out. We have 1 Emerith Desert Doom. You've probably already seen it, but it is a new card. 2 blue, 3 colorless, legendary creature dragon. It's a 5/5 with flyer. As long as it is untapped, it has ward 4, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Then if you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. I mean, you have no cards in hand, you're drawing 3. This creature is bonkers. I absolutely love it. Then we have 3 copies of Cyclone Summoner. This card works so good in this deck. There's so many people running little tokens that you can bounce. If you bounce any of your creatures, the value you get from them coming back out, especially, Prosperous Innkeeper, the Quandrix Cultivator, you really just don't mind. And it just resets the board. And if you have 1 wizard out there, 1 giant Cyclone Summoner, you throw the other. Now you're getting through and everything bounced. It's just ridiculous. It's so strong. And then, of course, you got to have 2 Coma Cosmos Serpents if you're playing these colors, especially in a ramp deck, or just what are you even doing? Then we have some really, really strong late game cards. We have 1 copy of Mordenkainen. Once again, you've probably seen it, but it's 2 blue, 4 colorless, legendary Planeswalker, Mordenkainen. Comes out with 5 loyalty. +2, draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. I mean, that is a super strong ability. But for -2, so you can even do this again. It only brings it down to loyalty 3. Create a blue dog illusion creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. So big. And then lastly, we have 4 copies of Alrund's Epiphany. These seem to snowball too. When you get 1, you get 2. When you get 2, sometimes you get 3. And you just can take over games, or if you don't take over the game, you can really switch the flow into your favor. If your opponent drops a Planeswalker, they think they have it protected, you take extra turns. It just really helps you out a lot. And then our land package consists of 2 Hall of the Storm Giants, because This is the only creature land that I actually like. I like the green one a little bit, more of a mana sink, but in a green deck, if you get caught on it with turn 3, that can really mess you up. In this deck, you don't mind as much, and it really helps close out games in the end. Then we have 8 islands, 6 forests, 4 of the pathways, 4 of the snarls, 2 crawling barrens, which get huge in this deck, and 1 Glasspool Mimic, which I have here in the land category because it can be a creature, but, you know, you just never know. You draw it late game, you're copying a Cyclone Summoner, a Quandrix Cultivator, doesn't hurt at all to have. And then our sideboard consists of 1 Mercurial Transformation, 1 Environmental Sciences, just to make sure if we're not getting land for some reason we can. 1 Containment Breach, because there's a lot of problematic artifacts and enchantments we want to be able to deal with. 1 Pest Summoning, just because I like Pest Summoning. No. 1 Expanded Anatomy. I think this is a great card that if you are able to use the Divide by Zero in the right way to bounce something your opponent's doing, and then you throw this on your Immorith, say if you have one. Now it is a 7/7 that still has its ward on their turn. And then it's a ramp deck. So of course we're going to have 2 Mascot Exhibitions, and they definitely come in handy. So basically, like I said, you're trying to ramp as fast as you can, use all of these to just really tempo out your opponent, and then just get big stuff on the board that they really can't deal with to just seal the deal. Your opponents are either going to quit real fast out of rage, or they're going to try to stay in there with you, and it's just not going to work out for them. So without further ado, why don't I go ahead now and show you exactly what we can do with this deck. Who have we found? Wildmane. You make my heart. Okay, we go first. We got 4 lands, a Never Winter Dryad, Prosperous Innkeeper, Coma. It's good enough to keep to me. Start with that Dryad, of course. Hello, how are you now? I like that. That's nice of them. Okay, so just in case we need double green anytime soon, we'll throw the green down, and then we will just go ahead and might as well attack. Might as well pass. I want the extra land on the board. It's just how the deck works. We're gonna pass it back. Oh, tell me you're gonna use a removal on that, please. What? Okay. Cool. So we have blue in our... Oh, we have to get green with this one. It says in a Quandrix Cultivator. So we'll go ahead and get this Prosperous Innkeeper out there, and that gives us either a next turn Mordenkainen or a 2 turns from now Coma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might as well go with the Mordenkainen, because I think they're going to have a bunch of removals. Oh, wait. Let's let them remove a Quandrix Cultivator first. Let's go ahead and attack. Make them create an action. Gotta like this, this air up here. Ignore that little... What is happening? Okay, here we go. So now we'll throw the Quandrix Cultivator. They probably have Soul Shatter or something. It is perfectly fine. We'll grab blue so that we're 50-50 on our lands here. Boom. Quandrix Cultivator is going by... Oh, it lived! It lives! There's a 4th land. What do they got? Okay, you got one of those, huh? So we will... Do I want to throw a land? Let's go ahead and... Yeah, I was going to Mordenkainen, but let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. And then we don't need to attack. Can you kill it before I get my snake? I mean, I'll get the snake regardless, but... Here comes the removal. Oh, we got it. Now they have to make us sacrifice it. Or they could flunk it for, what, 7, 6, 5? Okay, we have a few cards. That's good. Can't flunk it yet. Good game. Thank you. I don't know if... I hope it was us. Yes, let's go. Good game, opponent. Too much to handle. RPG Paw. RP Grandpa. I like it. RPG Grandpa. It's clever. We go first. We're slow. We are definitely slow. I don't want to... I can't afford to mulligan, even if we're slow. because unfortunately we would be down way too many cards. That is not bad for us that happened. It's actually pretty good. I have a turn 2 and or 3 play by playing this first. I think it's just the smart thing to do. Super slow, but okay, we got a Hive Time into a Foretold card. Okay. Let's go ahead. I mean, we're behind a whole turn now where we could have... If I knew I was drawing that, I would have Crawling Barrens last turn and put out the Prosperous, but that doesn't help us at the moment. So let's go ahead and throw out the Prosperous Innkeeper, get the Crawling Barrens out there, and I think next turn we're going to Quandrix anyways. So should I foretell this? Yes. Yes. Yes! Didn't want to 100%, but... they're going to probably have counter spells now. Very control-y kind of deck. I have a feeling. Let's see what they do. I don't really know. They could be some kind of a... I don't know. They're going to counter spell for sure. So let's see if they're rocking the counter spells. I'm pretty sure they are, but... There's the first one. So this is another one, I think, because they hovered over it, in my opinion, but who knows. Four lands, eh? Okay, we'll just throw this out on... I don't know if it matters. Let's go with... What does our deck need more? We'll go with blue. And then next, we'll just get in for one. Boom, down to 18. Take that. We've got a lot of divide by zeros going on here. Let's make them re-foretell that. And let's grab... They have a lot of cards. I think I have to go with the Environmental Sciences first. I wish that would have been on our main phase, but... Back to foretell. Bullet Chief Thirst on the Prosperous. Finally, we want that. We want that. We want them definitely be getting rid of stuff like that. So they're going to look for their hand. I don't know if they'll have a removal spell that kills the Crawling Barrens right now. So let's just go ahead and Environmental Science. Let's go ahead and pop that back into their hand. Let's go ahead and grab a Mascot Exhibitionist this time. Get ourselves... What do I got here? I got every color we need and 2 solid blues. So let's grab a forest. It's is that 3, 4, 5, 6? This will be 7. Obviously, we're not going to want to throw it because they're going to counter. Oh, is that a main phase? Yeah, it was. They were like, hey, would you stop doing that? So at the moment, they can't. Okay, as I say, let's see what they've got. If they have Soul Shatter, that's dead. Which is, you know, it's a thing. Whatever. Maybe I should have waited a turn. Let's see if they're rocking the Shatter. Professor Onyx. No.
You really want to fight me? It was going to die eventually anyway.
Okay. So if I throw that... That goes back to their hand. They throw it again. And we don't have enough mana. Or we could throw this. They're prepared for it. Then we can't throw that the turn afterwards. I think I have to just Crawling Barrens this turn. Take action. Next. I'll attack right into her. I got to. And then we end the turn. I don't have any way to counterspell anything, of course. They have a free turn here. Maybe come at us with a man land, person land, a creature land, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so they're holding up counter magic. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really don't want to lose this. They're gonna counter this. I mean, that was a free card anyways. Let's get rid of their counter spell. Saw it coming. We knew that was coming. Okay. Is that another one? Come on. Coming in with the Crawling Barons. Let's, okay, so we'll throw ours. What do we got now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 6. So I need one more before I can do that. If they have a removal spell, we're going to lose our Crawling Barons. Let's see if they got it. Yeah. Oh, they didn't have it. Wow. That was an insta-snap. So they might have removal. Oh my gosh. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7. Dang it. So let's try to get the Baron in there. I want to hold up this Epiphany. I don't want to use this other Epiphany yet. That way we still have the counter spell. Take the action. Next. Poison the cup. Do I want to let them have that? Yeah, because otherwise they're gonna just... They can't throw it again this turn, and I need to hold up in case they have something else. We gotta let that die. Let's get in and see if they'll use their creature lands to attack us. Crippling Fear. So they'll, if I bounce it to their hand, they do it again, but then they're time walked. Let them do it. Let them have it. And we'll go ahead and put some counters on this. Decline that. So, let's see if they have another counter spell since we just drew the other Aurons. Okay, that goes off. Put this in a Foretell. Okay, we got a... So what do we got? 3, 4, 1, 2... So I can't do this anyways. So let's go ahead and put this out. And see if they have another removal. I'm just trying to... I mean, that's fine. I have the summoners still. So we'll take the action next. And if they have another removal, they're getting low. I don't want that to happen right now. So let's kick that back to their hand. Let's grab ourselves another mascot. And let's get in for 2. So that might be any... Yeah. Shadow's Verdict. Go. Okay. So... They're tapped out. I don't think they have much going on. They might be able to board wipe again. Let's find out if they've got another board wipe. Let's just... I mean, these were free cards. If they have another board wipe, then they're going to waste a lot of their turn again, which is fine. There's the Shadow's Verdict again. Okay. There's a Coma. I'm doing it. Let's see if they've got... Do they have a way to kill it? Soul Shatter? They had the Poison the Cup. They're almost out of stuff to do, and we have a Crawling Barons with 2 Aurons Epiphanies and a Cyclone Summoner. Come on. Okay, let's throw the land. Looks like we have plenty of blue. Let's put it on green. Let's see if they have another counterspell. I mean, I still have 2 Aurons Epiphanies and a Crawling Barons. Okay, Behold, coming down. We know they have the Bayful, so that kills the crawling. 2 to the tops, not really what you want to see. Not gonna lie. Oh, Lord. Well, it's down. Doesn't mean it's gonna live. They could Bayful it. Resolves. The next time they tap out, I think I go Epiphany into Epiphany into, you know, Crawling Barrens, that kind of thing. We're getting there. Okay, the Desert Doom's coming down. Put this out tap. Let's go ahead and see if I can Epiphany once. Put this in a Foretell. Do you have another removal? Coming in with my Barons. They're gonna take it, huh? So the Conscious Cultivator. I have a feeling they're gonna have a board wipe. We'll grab some more blue. I think. There we go. And let's see if they have any Outrun's Epiphanies in their deck. If they have, let's see. We don't really mind a whole lot. Let's see. What do we not care about? There's another Crawling Barrens. They have a lot of creature lands. Gonna fire up that one. Nope, no. They're tapping specific. They're getting tricky. Saving all their snow. Mordekainen. Okay. So you're gonna put out a wolf or draw?
Look,
an illusion.
I would run if I were you.
Oh, there's the coma. So if I coma, that doesn't leave me enough. Let's see. What is that last card, right? So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I use 5, that'll leave me 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the crawling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and one of these fires this up. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. I think I go for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, yes, yes. Take action. Next. Next. You go right in there. Yep. Okay, now. Does it work? Don't be a counter spell in your hand! Yes! Now you die, Mordekainen. I don't even think I need to do the coma yet. So we're gonna throw you. I'm gonna take action. Next. Next. That resolves. So you're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna go here. I'm gonna hold back that. So, one way or the other. Gonna say Mordekainen's going down.
You're a fool if you think I
Throw you down so we have another blocker on the ground and end the turn. What is this last card? Shadow's Verdict. Let's go ahead and activate this. Grab a green. So it can only attack us for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because they'll go with that. That's if they want to attack. They're out of cards in hand. They probably think we're... Oh, they want to refill. Let's do the coma. Did you... I'm saving my Crawling Barrens so we don't die. Finally! Good game! Woo! Tip of the hat. Yeah. We got Razor. However you want to spell it, they've got it covered. Okay, we go first. We have our turn 1 into our turn 2, and that gives us a turn 3. Yeah, this is 100% a keeper. So we'll lead off with the Snarl. We'll show this here island and throw out the Dryad. See what our opponent's got. Okay, they have a Hall of Storm Giants. So I could go turn 2, pass, and then throw another land. Or I could do this, wait a turn on that, and get the Cultivator out next turn. Meh, let's do this. Let's do you, and let's go ahead and swing on in. Either way, next turn, I get to put the Quandrix Cultivator out. Mimic, okay, I don't know if I like that, just because I don't know what they're doing with it. I'm going to put this out on blue because we have another green here. And the main reason for that is in case we hit another Snarl, I want to be able to cast that. We're going to obviously go ahead and auto-pay that. We want more real land out. We'll grab another blue because I have the force in our hand. And then we'll get in there for 2. This Simic over here. It's going to be gross in a second. I'm going to pass turn, holding up counter magic. So now we'll put this out on green. And let's hold back the Innkeeper, attack with these 2. See if they'll fire that up. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and foretell this. And end the turn. Next turn, we can actually Outruns Epiphany. We need them to tap out. I don't want any of that counter magic up. Dividing that by 0. Okay. Well, we'll definitely take another land. Thank you. And yes, and please. If they want to counter it, they can. That's fine. That resolves. They're going to hold up 2. See if they're holding up counter magic for creatures specifically. Probably, because, I mean, they're running... all blue. Oh, wait. Here's some green. Play that and hold up the Mimic, or are you going to use your mana? Okay. Looks like we're going to go ahead and pop this now. I want to use as much manas as we can. We have a green in our hand. Oh, we can only get... I always do that. That one only gets green. So we'll go ahead and throw you out. They can't counter this, and I want to just keep pounding land. This is a draw that we'll use for later. Take the action. Now we get an island. We can still Eureka at the end of their turn, so we'll go ahead and get in, and we will do that. End the turn. This deck is disgusting! They are also running Simic, but it's not running as hot as we are. Master of Winds, flying. When Master of Winds enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may have this base and power become a 4/1. Okay. That's not really an issue for us. We're fine with this. So next turn, or at the end of turn, we're going to Eureka Moment. On their turn, we'll attack. Well, there's no point even attacking. We'll just throw the Summoner. Yeah, throw the Summoner, bounce all their stuff. They'll have to cast stuff to stay relevant. And then next turn, we'll have a 7/7 with an Outruns Epiphany. Yeah, I don't know. Seems good. I think this is ours. So let's go ahead and use this Eureka Moment. Throw out the Snarl. This Sacrifice Mimic add 1 mana of any color, so they can actually counterspell us. We can Auron's Epiphany and still have enough, but we cannot throw this and have enough to counterspell. So I know that's going to be a counterspell. So let's use their counterspell. Let's use it. We all know it's a counterspell. It's not a counterspell. Wow. Wow. And that's a giant? Oh, and wizards. They got us. Big brained us. So we'll rethrow out the Prosperous Innkeeper. They lost their treasure, which is hilarious because it bounces everything. Good old wizard got us. I mean, what's a 1/4 going to do? We're fine with a 1/4 or 4/1. Fine with that too. Tap out and use a lot of your mana so I can swing at you and throw an Auron's Epiphany. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I can still use 3 mana. If I top deck an untapped land, we Quandrix Cultivator and Auron's. I mean, first I'll try the Auron's into the Quandrix in case they go to counterspell. We have this. Look at that. They've got all the color mana they want now. Wait, what does that do? Return it to my hand. Oh, okay. There. That's the route they went. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. There's a land that comes into play tapped as heck. So I think I go, what? Quandrix Cultivator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus. Let's do Quandrix Cultivator. Let's grab ourselves another blue source. That's Auron's Epiphany. No. End the turn. It's another Cyclone Summoner. I don't mind that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bounce that back to their hand. Let's grab Mascot. Throw Mascot. Get some life. Attack with everything except the Prosperous Innkeeper. We hadn't seen any other colors yet, so they might have some tricks up their sleeve. And we don't have Divide by 0 anymore, so if they just wipe our whole board... Oops. Maybe this is Auron's themselves. Okay, that was an emergency Auron for some blockers. I respect it. I respect it. They throw a dog with the Myhtic. That's not a Myhtic cannon. That's a master. Yeah. So they're Auron'sing again. Okay. Some panics here. I mean, they know we have a summoner. So no blocks. I'm at 22, 21 now. Master of Winds coming down. Draw 2, discard 2. They're holding up a counter spell. We can literally attack with everything and then divide by 0 and summon Cyclone. I mean, we can do a lot of stuff. There comes the Mimic. They're almost out of land for the turn. Here we go, yo. Here we go. So, let's go ahead and let's attack with everything. Got that one. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Got it. Next. I mean, I'm way ahead at the moment. So I think I just end the turn, or do I want to bounce everything to their hand again? I lose so many things. I feel like it's not right. They can only hit us for 1 in the air at the moment. If they flip it, we have divide by 0. If they attack with that, we still have the creature land that we haven't used. We'll see here. Another Master of Winds, huh? I'll let them have it. Yep. Draw 2. Discard 2. They have got a lot going on here. They get to see their whole deck. That's another reason I don't really want to keep bouncing those. So they can only block, the biggest ones would be these two. So we have 7 if we come in with our creature land. Or 10, I mean. Depending on what they can do. So take our turn. We throw you out on blue. We'll go ahead and activate you. And we'll attack with everything. So if they block... now they have to block this and say a 4/4 and they take, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and both die? Or they block 1. I don't know. We'll see. See what they do. We have divide by 0. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could summoning Cyclone Summoner, but I don't want to. Not yet. We have too big of a board. They divide by 0 or divide by 0. So, okay. So they're tapped out now, and they've just done that. If I bounce one of theirs, they can only block the 7. They take, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Let's let that happen. I think I can recast it this turn. So, hold on. So if I bounce that, they have to block this and this. Or if they, let's see, if they block the 4, if they block the 7, they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They'll be at 1. If I bounce that, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. What you gonna grab? You're gonna grab Mascot Exhibition? You know I have Cyclone Summoner, though. So next... Maybe I'm supposed to throw this one to make them think that I used it. So both of those die. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I... Well, this is a giant, so it won't be returned. I think I do this and I bait out the... Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this and bait out the exhibition. I do lose these, but that's okay. I got a 7/7 here and a 7/7 here. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I top... Oh, Alrund's Epiphany. They're coming in. They want this. So our other Cyclone Summoner is even better now. But they don't know we have that. And we keep our other one on the board because it's a wizard. Whew, this is a long one. Come on. You got this. Mordenkainen coming down.
You're wasting your time if you think you can win.
I mean, all I have to do is throw this one and attack with this one, right? And I can counterspell whatever they do. I think this game. Yeah, okay. So we throw the land. We throw this. I think that's it, right? Let's go. Woo! This deck's gross. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for Simic Midrange. Did I like it more than the snow version, which I definitely tried a whole bunch before I got into this? Yes, there's no reason, in my opinion, to be running Faceless Haven with snow lands when you don't have anything else that you need snow for, and your Crawling Barrens can just get so much bigger. If your opponent throws down a Vorinclex, and you've got Crawling Barrens already big enough, obviously you're not getting more, you can block it and kill it. You can't do that with the Faceless Haven. If they throw out their own Coma or anything big, if they throw anything big that a Faceless Haven can't, Crawling Barrens is going to get to the point where they can take it over. So I just think that this package is way stronger in my opinion. Nothing really to change. I think the deck is running super strong the way it is. So let us know down in the comments if you ran it this way, if you think the snow package is better, what changes you made to make it even stronger. We would love to engage with you, our community. Check our description down below for all the giveaways and fun stuff that we have going on. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.